Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to solve some analytic questions for the Python programming language interview series. Now today I will be dealing up with the questions which are for the data analysis from the Python point of view. Now here I'm just not including out any specific library or something like that. I'm just taking on some random questions which are mostly asked for the data analysis part. Okay, we are not specifying onto data science so that I could include that questions. No, we are simply specifying on the Python programming language. So there are only few questions that are actually randomly asked in the in the interviews, right? So I would just include all of those questions right here. Fine. So let me seek out a color so that even we can just proceed on writing here with the answers, right? So let's get started to answer for this particular first question. So my first question says that is Python numpy better than list, right? Let's answer out this question. Maybe most of you must be knowing out even the answer for this particular question as well. Right, I would just write here that we use okay. So we use Python numpy array. We use Python numpy array instead of oh, I'm so sorry, the spelling for instead is wrong. I will just write that correct instead. Okay, so we use Python numpy array instead of a list because of three reasons. Okay, we use Python numpy array instead of a list. I would just write here because of three particular reasons. Because of three reasons. Okay, I would just mention out all of those three reasons downside here. Fine. So the first reason is less memory. So I would just put that here, less memory. So this is the very first reason that why I prefer using out the numpy array instead of a list because numpy arrays take less memory rather than the list. Okay, after that we have next one which is fast. So the second one goes that the numpy arrays are more faster than the list, right? So because of that, this is the very second reason that why we prefer numpy and why is numpy better than list. And the third one is basically convenient. So I would just write here convenient. So it means that okay, just one second, let me just revise out this once again. I would just write here the spelling convenient right here. So these are the three reasons that why we just say that the Python numpys are better than lists. Okay, so very first thing is that the numpy take less memory, so that is why they are better than the list. Second one, the numpy array are actually fast. That is why we just prefer numpy array over the list. And third reason is these are convenient. So we just prefer out this numpy array over the list. Okay, fine. So these were the three reasons that why we just do out this particular thing right now. Here we just move towards the next question, that what is a map function in Python programming language, right? Now we'll be seeing about the map function, that what is this map function and why we just use this into our program. Right, so let's write out the answer on this question. This is a very interesting as well question. Let's go ahead. So I would just write out here that the map function right, yes, the map function executes the function given as the first argument on all the elements. Okay, so the map function executes a function given as the first argument on all the elements of the iterable given as the second argument. Okay, this is first of all that how the map function actually executes. So the map function executes the function given as the first argument on all the elements of the iterable given as the second argument, right? After that, if the function okay, if the function given, the function which is actually mentioned out, the function given takes takes in more than one. Okay, let me just come down. Okay, let me just get out some space only. Okay. Um, okay, just 1 second. Fine. Okay, just let me copy out this particular question, not everything, this particular. Okay, just 1 second. Control C. Okay, and I would just put out this question, remove out this question from here. Fine. If the function given takes in more than one argument, then then many many iterables are given. Okay, let me just go above and explain you about this map function. So map function executes the function given as the first argument on all the elements of the iterable given as the second argument. If the function given takes in more than one argument, then many iterables are given. Okay, so this is the idea regarding the map function which we actually have here. Right, now just let me come down here. Just 1 second, let me come down at this place. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's first of all put out this question here. Let's solve it out, solve this question. After that, I'll be pasting out that question which I have actually removed out. Okay, right. Now, how do you make a 3D plot visualization using numpy or a scipy? Let's write out the answer for this question. So like 2D plotting, 2D plotting, maybe you all must be knowing that 3D plots are even possible when we just go on for the plotting or the visualization, right? So like 3D plotting, like 2D plotting, 3D graphics 3D graphics is beyond 3D graphics is beyond the scope of numpy/scipy. So the answer for this particular question is that we cannot make out the visualizations using the numpy or the scipy. Okay, fine. But there are some cases as well. Okay, but just as in the 2D case, 2D case, packages exist. Okay, but as in the 2D case, okay, not the Python, it's the packages. Let me write out that particular thing. So I will just write out packages exist, but as in the 2D case, packages exist and which integrates with the numpy. Okay, comma, I will just put out a comma and right here integrates with numpy. Okay, integrates with numpy. So matplotlib basically provides you the 3D plotting, which comes under the sub package which is mplot3d. Okay, so where from there you can just put out the things and make out the 3D visualization features, but properly numpy and scipy do not do out this particular thing. Right, hope you just got the idea what I was just trying to convey from here. Fine. So now the next question which was actually left in between is basically that how we calculate the percentiles with the Python/numpy. Right, so let me just come down here and write out the answer for this particular question, that how we just do out this particular thing. How do you calculate out the percentiles with the Python/numpy, right? So let me just write out that we can take, okay, right here. So how to calculate Python percentiles with numpy/scipy? So we can okay, not take, we can, it's actually calculate only. So right here we can calculate percentiles with the following code. I would just write out a code, so in that way we just calculate out the percentile. So what I would just do, I would just import out the numpy first of all. So I would just write import numpy as np, I could just write it out like this. Okay, import numpy as np. I could just take a variable, let's say that is b is equal to, and I could just find out array that is np dot array, and inside this I could just put out some array, let's say 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, let's say this is my array which I could just actually put it out. Let me just come down again. Right. After this, I could just simply use a variable, let's say that is p, and I could just simply use out my function that is np dot percentile. Okay, np dot percentile. Now, for what variable you just want to calculate the percentile? So that is b, because b is a variable in which I have stored out my array. Now, what percentile you just want to calculate out? Right, you want to calculate the 25th percentile or the 50th or basically the 70th, whatever you just want to put like calculate out, write it out at this particular place. Let's say I just want to calculate out the 25th percentile. I would just write that 25th percentile. Okay, let's say I just want to do this particular thing. So in that case, just 1 second, I'm sorry. So in that case, basically, what it will happen, it will actually let me calculate out the percentile for the 25th percentile, as I had written there 25. Okay, so because of that case only it will let me do this particular thing. And what I could just print at last I could just write your print, and into the bracket I could just simply write your as p. So basically it will be printing out me the 25th percentile of this particular array which I had given out right here, that is 1 2 3 4 and 5. This is the array, and for this it will actually calculate out the 25th percentile for me. Right, so this is actually how you just calculate out the percentile as well. So hope you just got the idea that how the data visualization questions actually come. These are not too much difficult for the data analysis questions to come in the Python, right? Because we are not totally dealing and completely dealing with the data science. So in this, basically the questions are only and only asked from the numpy library only. So is Python numpy better than list? This was the first question. After that, what is map function in Python? Then we had seen that how you make 3D plot slash visualizations using numpy and scipy. And at last we had seen that how do you calculate out the Python percentiles with the Python slash numpy. Right, so hope you just got all the idea regarding these types of questions for the interview. Right, so this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.